Hi, my name is Sarah, otherwise known as SnoLegal. You might remember me from my Sindikiza SnoLegal campaign, which I was running towards the end of 2013. In my last video, I spoke to you about the psychology of persuasion. Today, I want to give you a few tips and tactics to do with marketing and publicity, especially if you're marketing on practically no budget. So, when I was running my campaign, I didn't exactly have hundreds of thousands of shillings to get a billboard on Wayaki Way. So I had to get creative. And the best way I could get creative is by applying a few methods of ambush marketing, or otherwise known as guerrilla marketing. Let me just quickly describe to you what ambush marketing is. It's when one brand or company or an individual does specific tactics or specific things or methods and means to associate themselves with an already existing or popular event, brand, company, or individual without necessarily paying for that particular association. Now, what I did was take that concept of guerrilla marketing and apply it both offline and online. So online, I already had my Sindikiza campaign going on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. But I was very lucky to have several celebrity mentors who were TV and radio personalities with massive followings on Twitter and Facebook. And most of them actually had or were trending topics at whatever time it was that they were on air. So what I did with, for example, Julie Gishuru was every Sunday at 8 p.m. I used to text like crazy. I had this amazing group of friends and cousins who are very active on social media. So I tell them, hey, it's almost 9, so we have to plug hashtag Sindikiza SnoLegal with hashtag Team Julie. So every Sunday, when Sunday Live was on, hashtag Team Julie Gishuru, you'd always see someone with a hashtag plugging Sindikiza SnoLegal. And I did the same thing with all my other celebrity mentors who had radio shows and TV shows, and who also had trending topics like G Money in the Morning and Team Adele. Everybody who had a trending topic, you bet I used my own hashtag to associate myself with the topic of the day. And that worked for me on social media. Another thing that worked for me was offline guerrilla marketing. Now, I described to you in a previous video how I had 1,000 posters, which I shouldn't have had actually. But I needed to get them out to my target audience, and I didn't have the money to pay city council fees to put up all my posters in public places. Also, I didn't have enough time to go around and put up all these posters in public places. So what I did was figure out where my target audience would be hanging out and take my posters there. So I took my posters very strategically to cultural centers like Alliance Francaise and Gote, to video games arcades within the CBD, to cyber cafes, to barber shops, to hairdressers salons, to photo studios, just anywhere where people would have to sit down and just kind of stare around for a while. I'd make sure I'd have my poster somewhere for them to look at. And this was actually quite an effective strategy, I came to see, because I was actually at a wedding, which was my uncle's wedding, and I was introduced to a guest, and during our conversation, he went like, have you heard about this SnoLegal thing? And after a while I told them, yeah, you know what, actually I am SnoLegal. It's like, what? Your posters are everywhere. But the truth is, my posters weren't everywhere. I just created the illusion that they were. Because I didn't have time to get them everywhere, I took them where I knew my target audience would be hanging out. And I thought that was pretty effective. So, guerrilla marketing strategy actually worked for me. In my next video, I will share with you a specific guerrilla marketing strategy that I didn't have time to take to effect actually, but I'll also give you a few tips on how to protect your own ideas, both legally and practically, and just more, tactics and more things that you can learn about life in general, and just fun ways to handle your business or your campaign. So meanwhile, just follow me on Twitter at SnoLegal, like my Facebook page SnoLegal, and subscribe to my YouTube channel SnoLegal TV. See you later.